Hey, welcome to day 5 of the 7-day series, Your Body is Screaming at You, where I am uncovering the emotional trauma behind your body aches, diseases, and just chronic pain. This is just in general and just emotional information that I have experienced personally through my health issues that I've dealt with, including Hashimoto, thyroid disease, and asthma, pelvic injury from car accident, and just like chronic pain. And when I did hypnotherapy, someone I did was under hypnosis, I was able to see the emotions suppressed in that specific area. So I did an introduction video, so if you haven't watched that, go back, where I explain that there are two major factors behind chronic disease, such as cancer or autoimmune disease, chronic pain, and it's one is the environment. So and that includes your diet, the stuff that you put on your body, your environment in your home. It depends, what chemicals you're around, and just like people, the energy of people that you surround yourself with, and just other factors from the environment. And also the other thing that this is what I'm focusing on in the 7-day series is the emotional part. Disclaimer: I'm not a medical doctor. I'm a clinical hypnotherapist, so this is from what I've experienced personally and from what I witnessed with clients over the years that I've been doing this work. Okay, so this is in general. I won't be able to know exactly specific unless I'm doing hypnotherapy, you're under hypnosis, and I can take you back to the root, and I'm doing investigation work. That's where I can get exactly. So this is just in general information that you might resonate with and you might find helpful for you or someone that you live with, someone close to you. If it doesn't resonate, just keep scrolling. Okay, so day 5, I'm going to talk about the kidneys. But one thing I wanted to mention yesterday, day 4, when I was doing the stomach area, was diabetes, because that's the pancreas. Again, this is not this is the emotions part. Okay, this is not the scientific, this is not the environment, this is not how the organs are working. Strictly emotions and the energy behind it. Okay, so diabetes, and it's pretty direct, actually, pretty direct. It's someone who's got diabetes. If I have to give them a session, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna find out that they lack sweetness in life. They lack sweetness in life, and they don't have a balance in their life. They're lacking joy, and they feel there's a short of sweetness, and then as a result, the emotional part and energetically, they're dealing with diabetes. And okay, so kidneys such as kidney failures, renal disease, kidney stones. The emotions stored around the kidneys is typically fear. There's a lot of fear, a lot of worry. Someone who worries a lot, okay? Someone who worries is going to, someone who worries all the time, especially, so I see this a lot in Malta. It's part of ancestral conditioning. So it's meaning it's being passed from one generation to another. There's a belief and the condition where people associate worry with love. So if you worry, like this intense worry about your loved one, that means you love them. So worry and fear is equal to love. Wrong. Okay, so this is passed on from one generation to another, so it's deeply rooted in the subconscious program, and we gotta break it. I'm telling you, it's like Malta is, this is huge part of the culture. over there. So it's like caring. There's a difference between giving care and worrying. Okay, worrying is fear. Frequency is low. When you're worrying about someone, you're sending them this low energy. So whenever you feel you're worried about your loved one because you can't do anything of this about the situation, and you love them, so you think, okay, this is why I worry, because I love them. Let's start reframing and sending them love, sending them peace, prayers, okay, for them, instead of fear and worry, because what you're doing is you're sending them this black cloud of low energy, and it's not doing them any good. So if you really want to help them, send them love, send them love, send them peace, send them feelings of abundance. So you want to reframe, and instead of sending, because subconsciously what you're doing is you're sending them frequencies, bad energy. Okay, that's what's happening. You just don't know that you're doing that. So now that you know, let's turn it around and start sending them positive energy instead. Love energy. What do they need? Peace, abundance, health, wealth. Start sending it that way, because your energy is very powerful. So kidneys, and I've seen this a lot. It actually runs in the family. So fear, insecurity, someone who's got insecurities, and is also someone who holds on to old emotions. Okay, so someone who just holds on, someone who does not have an outlet to express and communicate emotions. All these old emotions, they get held by the kid and stored, as the word, stored in the kidneys, and as a result, it just puts this pressure emotionally and energetically in the kidneys area. Okay, so the second part of today's video is the sexual organs. So I've seen this a lot. One thing that you need to know is that the sexual organs, masculine and feminine. Okay, so if you're familiar with the chakras, it's called the sacral chakra. That is connected with your creativity. So one common thing, so I've seen multiple sexual abuse cases, rapes, that affected obviously the sexual area. And once we get to the root and we gather all the information, part of the transformation, part of the healing, because I do holistic coaching, I include creativity, because my intention is to get them back connected with that creative energy. It is very, very healing for the sexual organs, creativity. Okay, if you have any questions about this, you just contact me. I always leave my website, my contact information. Don't contact me through Facebook Messenger. Just go on my website and reach out, and I can happily give you more information, because I know a lot of people out there are suffering with the sexual area because of sexual abuse. And I'm going to split it with the feminine and the masculine, so I'll give you a little bit more details. Okay, so let's talk about the feminine. So the feminine sexual organs, the feminine area, the uterus, ovaries, vagina. So that, if someone close to you suffers from chronic UTIs, yeast infections, ovary issues, like cysts, anything around the sacral chakra, the sexual energy, and it's chronic, not just one time. Okay, it's because usually there's either there was sexual trauma, so that energy is still stored here, and it needs to be addressed. Okay, so it can come up. Challenges with femininity, with the feminine feeling, like being in your feminine, So maybe I actually have seen this before during a session, having challenges growing up being a woman. So that result of, oh, I wish I was a man. I'm sure you've heard this or heard people doing that. So women who have had challenges growing up because they are girls, maybe in the household, maybe the dad treating them different than their brothers. That's common. A lot of cultures. A lot of cultures. My God, yes. Or even just like growing up, even like jobs, you know what I mean? So these women might have issues with this area due to having challenges with accepting their femininity. And there's usually, like when it comes to UTIs and yeast infections, is because there's feelings of shame and guilt. And again, this is general information. In order for me to know exactly specific, I would have to take you back to the origin, to the root, and to investigation. So I connect with your subconscious, and I do investigation work with emotions. I go in and find out the emotions around your area, around the issue. Let's go to the masculine. So masculine sexual area, sexual organs, like prostate. There is, so I see this a lot. Fear of aging. A lot. So it's interesting, intriguing, and funny at this point. Like on dating sites, a lot of men, most of them, and I'm talking about a certain age group, not the younger ones. They lie about their age. They lie about, my ex-husband lied about his age when I met him. I didn't find out when it was too late. And then after I'm like, oh, it's too late. Now I laugh at it and I find it interesting. So this is like really, really common, okay? That I see a lot of men that they have the fear of aging because they fear of loss of power. Okay, so this is gonna, if a man, so if you or man you're close to who's dealing with issues with the masculine organs, okay, sexual organs, this is someone who's got fear of losing their vitality or maybe their performance, all right, because that represents their masculine energy. It could also be unresolved anger and frustration. So if there's someone, a man who's holding on to all this anger and frustration, it could show in that area. Also questioning one's role as a provider and creator. That's all about the legacy, the masculine legacy and creation. And this is huge. I see this a lot. So whenever I had men clients during sessions, this is big, and it's gonna sound familiar, okay? Because a lot of men have blocked expressions of masculinity. Why? Because men they're struggling with societal expectations to suppress emotions. Because according to society, if you are a man, and we're talking about old conditions, okay, passed on from one generation to another, and we're doing this to bring awareness. So according to society, a lot of men, they grow up to hold emotions in, not to express emotions, not to cry, not to be emotional, because that's for women, okay? And it's wrong, obviously, because men have emotions too. Men are humans as well. Men have feelings. And the key is to learn how to communicate, okay? So because a man has feelings and is say, I am feeling this way because there's nothing feminine about that. Okay, so it's just learning. So the sooner, if you have children, if you have young children, the sooner you yourself and then your kids teach your kids at the earliest as possible to learn to communicate feelings. This is why I'm doing this series and bringing awareness about the importance of emotions, because the sooner we learn how to communicate emotions right away, so as emotions come up because of situations, we learn how to express, how to communicate, the healthier and happier we all are. Okay, versus emotions coming up and bottling them and suppressing them, and as a result, you grow up and you get sick. You end up having diseases and chronic illness. You don't want that. You want to be healthy. What else? So yes, so that's huge. Okay, like men struggling with societal expectations to suppress emotions because that's how they need to show their strength. And also another factor, it could be anxiety with intimacy, being intimate and open. And the last thing is unresolved relationship issues. So if there's all this energy that has not been dealt with, it's going to show up, most likely, in the sexual organs for men. So that's it for today. I hope it was helpful, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 6.